All right. So with today's topic with regards to midpoint, right? The idea is very simple. They want you to find, they could potentially either give you two endpoints and they want you to find what's in the middle. So in this case right here, it's very straightforward because you basically want the average of the x's and the average of the y coordinate. And so we already know how to do average from the previous video. So all you have to do is really at the very least label it. You really don't have to memorize formulas if you understand conceptually what they're asking for when they're talking about midpoint, right? So the midpoint of this is basically the average of this. So average of the x's, 3 plus 7 divided by 2, right? And then the average of the y's, you take 8 plus negative 4 divided by 2, okay? So 3 plus 7 is going to be 10 over 2, and then 8 plus negative 4 is going to give you 4 over 2. At this point, 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. And this is it. 5 comma 2 is going to be the midpoint between A and B. It's very straightforward, okay? This is if they give you two endpoints. Now, if they give you one endpoint and one midpoint, and they're asking for you to find the other endpoint, now this is a little bit more rigorous, right? But it's the same idea, okay? It's the same idea as what I showed you from the previous video up top, okay? So it's the same setup. You know that it's got to be the average of the x's, right? But we don't have one x, so we're going to say something like this. 4 plus x, because you have two numbers, you divide it by 2, it's ultimately going to give you not x, which is 8, okay? So now you just do the same math. And actually, let me do the y as well, right? The same deal. 6 plus y, right, divided by 2, because there's two numbers, is ultimately going to give you 9, all right? And this is basically the setup. At this point, you just cross multiply, and you begin solving. So 1 times 4 plus x is simply 4 plus x equals, and then 2 times 8 is going to be 16. From here, it's just a one-step equation, minus 4 minus 4. X is equal to 12, okay? So far, so good. And then over here, you are going to cross multiply. So this is going to be 6 plus y is equal to 18. And then you subtract 6 from here. And here you have here y is equal to 12 as well. So guess what? The endpoint that makes the midpoint of 8 comma 9 between 4 comma 6 is going to be 12 comma 12. And that's it. This would be the endpoint B. That will, if you take do the midpoint formula and take the average, this is what you would get. You would get 8 comma 9.